Greys are the most commonly encountered type of alien. They are between 3 and 5 feet tall with disproportionately large bulbous heads. Their skin varies from dolphin gray to porcelain white and has a dry, rough, highly elastic texture. Hair and earlobes are absent, nose and mouth are vestigial. Greys are known for their prominent eyes, which are cat-like or elf completely obsidian if concealed beneath a dark covering. Their eyes range from small to large, round to almond-shaped. Their manner of movement may be described as swift and serpentine but robotic and graceless. Greys are known to experience panic and frustration but lack complex emotions like empathy, compassion, love, and humor. This suggests their awareness is sustained by the primitive reptilian portion of the brain while the rest is proposed towards psychic and intellectual functions. What qualities make them useful has been overdeveloped, while the rest has been reduced. They are minimalist lithoforms optimized for their intended function. Greys are genetically engineered, psychically enhanced, trans-dimensional worker beings endowed with rudimentary sentience and a computer-like intelligence. In their most basic form, they are artificially intelligent, programmable, organic robots grown in vessels from harvested biological materials. Greys work in groups, linked psychically into a hive mind, though each has some level of autonomy. Their DNA is a modification of the reptilian genome, optimized for maximum psychic and cybernetic qualities. Cybernetic means they are remotely controllable when necessary, functioning as remote psychic probes, avatars, or portals through which the consciousness of the superiors may temporarily operate. So although by default they are programmed yet intelligent automatons with their own basic awareness, they are readily possessed or controlled by an external intelligence. The Grey genome can infuse psychic and cybernetic elements into a fully sentient species through hybridization. This produces a new race that is psychically more potent but consciously more controllable. Tall Greys with a sentient demeanor and individualized consciousness are an extreme example of this, while Greys in their quintessential form are short worker drones. The former are often seen leading or supervising the latter. Any proportion of hybridization is possible with any number of species including humans and animals. Greys are sometimes physical, other times seemingly ethereal. They can vary between these states depending on how deeply they have been projected or dimensionally rotated into our dimension. If deep enough to share the same level as ourselves, they will be completely physical to our senses. If only partially, then they will be invisible to our eyes yet lurking around to observe and influence. When physically invisible, Greys can still be intuitively detected, seen and tracked by animals, and perceived during astral projections or the hypnopompic state of consciousness. Some Greys are not physical beings but thought forms, which are etheric constructs without physical bodies who lack the ability to materialize in the physical. They would be used more for human possession, influencing, and monitoring purposes, whereas the tangible Greys are used for physical tasks like handling abductees, aliens native to another dimension, who require interaction with humans without crossing the dimensional border themselves, may use Greys as remote probes for psychically subduing, managing, and extracting human abductees from the physical plane. If Greys are grown from biological materials harvested from our world, their bodies would consist of materials already attuned to our dimension, which affords them easier operation within our physical environment. This would be the main reason Greys are so prevalent in abduction reports. Another reason Greys are so commonly reported is that they are convenient frontmen for alien or human military factions wishing to keep their own involvement in the abduction phenomenon hidden for strategic purposes. These include reptilian, mantid, and Nordic alien types. Less is known about them than the Greys because they are met less often and are fewer in number. That does not mean they are less involved in the abduction phenomena. They manage their abduction programs from behind the scenes and allow the Greys to continue with their given assignments without intervention by authorities unless demanded by circumstance.